Hi. This week is still young, but I just have to make this little in-between video before the release of the proper video, which is going to be later in the week. And as promised in the previous video, it's going to be about music making using loops. And in my previous video, I was making this loop making machine, and I didn't stop there. I've been doing more work on it. I'm just going to play you something. This is just some random stuff that I recorded. Just going to jump around, play another part of it. Lots of glitchy IDM stuff. And getting lots of variation. So I have developed this loop making machine quite a lot further from last weekend. And I'm going to talk about that in another video, but there's one particular thing that I would like to share with you already, which is there was a big limitation with my loop machine last time. Well, not with the loop machine itself, but I like a quick workflow, and as I was showing you last week how to quickly make a sample library, you record all your loops, you have a big chunk of audio like this, you right click and you slice to MIDI track, and when you look here, the longest you can do is a bar unless you actually go in and put in manual loop markers, and then this sort of stops being a quick and easy process. And I just felt like with the loops that I was doing the other day, a bar didn't feel long enough. So I was just thinking, how can I still quickly make longer loops? And you might already know this, and this might be too beginner, but I thought it's still going to be worth sharing because I can't remember how I learned this. So one thing you can do is slightly the manual way, which is this. So let's see what we got there. So here we got our 4 bars. So you can select them like that, and if you hit Command J on your keyboard, or I suppose Control J on a PC, it does that. It consolidates the loop. That allows you to do 2 things. Now, if you right click here and you choose Show in Finder, it has actually saved that out as an audio file. However, this means that you will have to go through this. If you have recorded a really, let's say you have got like, I can't remember, this is not going to be that many samples because it's 4 bars, but if you want to have loads, hundreds of them, this is going to be quite tedious. One thing this allows you to do is like now when you have consolidated this chunk of audio and you double click it, you see here that the gain is minus 0.51. This allows you to normalize this now. So if you double click that, it's marginally louder now, but then you will have to go there and click Command J or Control J again to save it out again with the normalization embedded. So you can do it that way. Let's see this bit here, which looks a little bit quieter. So we do that, Command J, boom. It's actually not too bad. It's minus 0.3, so it's not margin. Oh, here, is this quieter? Or am I just playing a silly game here? That's minus 3.3 decibels. So if you double click that, you can see the normalization. Anyway, so that lets you normalize this in one go. But I think there is a quicker way of doing this, which is, let's just undo this. Is that still one audio piece? Okay, now we've got one big chunk of audio again. I think the quickest thing is like, this is 120 BPM now, and if you want to use the quick way of just, if you have a really long sample, what you can do is first you double click on that, you turn warp off, and then you just divide the tempo by 4. So 120 divided by 4 is 30 BPM. Now we got this and it hasn't changed the pitch. What you can do now is then go in and you have to consolidate this now, because you will have to, this can take a little while, but still, if you have a really long sample, this is still going to be a quicker way than just manually going in and slice up your loops. Come on, my slow old computer. By the way, while this is waiting, I was watching the Apple announcements yesterday, and I was disappointed that there wasn't a new MacBook Pro coming out, because this computer is from mid 2013 and it's really showing its age now. But we shall see. I might hang on to this for a bit longer. Okay, so now when this is consolidated, we can now slice this. Oh, cancel. I don't want to consolidate again. Right click, and now we can slice this per bar. Do it just like we did last time. So let's see. Just got this annoying thing. Turn that off. So then we can do that again. We can just select all of these and then we can crop sample. What you can do now in between is use something like Adobe Audition to do a batch process and normalize these, which I'm going to do after this video. I just thought I'll just share this little tip with you, super quick video. And if you sign up on my Patreon, you will be able to download another few hundred of these loops, now 4-bar loops, for your enjoyment. And it might be a good tool if you want to do the tutorial for Sunday. Or I encourage you to go and make your own loop machine. Check my previous video if you haven't already and make your own loops. Or just find some classic breakbeats or whatever it is that you want to use on the internet. And until then, thank you very much. Goodbye.